Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Steelers going up against the Browns. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, the Cavaliers may have lifted the local championship drought, but there's another team who'd like a little of that success, and that's the Browns as we come to you from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess. They could certainly use a... All right, let's get you to the action here as we pick things up early in the first quarter. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Goes underneath for Bell. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw on film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decided they'd take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Marcus Wheaton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Could not have scripted it any better, and many offenses do script their opening possession on offense. They followed that one perfectly. Took the ball right downfield and scored, giving energy.
So a good job on first and second down. Now it's third down. Can this defense rise to the challenge for the final stop?
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the... Now Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught by Wheaton for a Steeler touchdown. Marcus Wheaton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on deep...
Here we go now, a big 3rd down situation. What can this defense do? What will they do to try to get this to 4th down? 3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 20. So a golden scoring opportunity here. Let's see what they can do now operating in the red zone. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He's going to get the football. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in... So not much left here before we reach halftime as the offense is out there now hoping to put together a scoring drive before they head to the locker room. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Roethlisberger, he's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 61 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And caught, right side, Green. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Then to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Here we go. Strap in. It's fourth down. Can the defense get the stop and the football? Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Let's see this thing play out here. Big third down situation. Can they prevent them from getting to the marker? It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
That coach is always harp on.
To live action inside the red zone. A chance for this offense to push it across for 6.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Well, it's obvious to me that the big guy is beyond locked in. We saw last week a scintillating performance. We're seeing it again. I think he and his coordinator are in lockstep right now.
Sometimes a tip of the cap to the guys calling the plays here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No,
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think... So a good job on first and second down. Now it's 3rd down. Can this defense rise to the challenge for the final stop? And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Look at this. Are going to go for it on 4th down. Now, can the defense bear down and get the stop? They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He finds Coleman. And he's able to pick up the... Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.